Friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video, bro. It's on Greg Doucette, the gym, lifting, recruiting, gear, fitness slave himself. It's Greg Doucette. All right, anyways, I saw this picture the other day. I mean, there was another channel that did this. I saw them pop this up. They go, he lost his muscle. They were showing his picture in it. So I guess Greg, his team or whatever, saw it and he's like, okay, let's make a video on this. All right, so I'm gonna make a reaction video to it. Bautista lost all his muscle. No, he never had any muscle to begin with. This is fake. It's artificial. I'll explain it in the video so people can understand this.
Has bro been hanging out with Nick Avocado? He's about the same age as The Rock and Michael Hearn. Remember, this guy used to be bigger than both of them. Coach Greg, in today's video, Dave Batista lost all his muscle.
Man, he lost all his sarcoplasmic hypertrophy gains. That's what he lost. He never had any muscle. Nobody does out there, okay? Muscle has a myonuclear domain. When you come in the gym, the first time you lift, untrained, first training, you get satellite cell fusion to those damaged muscle fibers. Then they get bigger and stronger. They repair and remodel bigger and stronger so that they're resilient from further assaults. And so when you come back to the gym, you never get the same clinical symptoms like you did in the beginning, the damage and all that, and you don't get any of that growth anymore. And so it takes on a life of its own. It's called sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Your muscles can hold a lot of glycogen in the sarcoplasm. That's all. And it just expands exponentially. And it keeps expanding. That's why they're telling you you're building muscles in a gym. How many people you know build muscles in gyms, bro? You think muscle fiber builds itself in a gym? What kind of muscle are you building? Well, you're eating carbohydrates, right? What are you getting? The pump. So what are you building? Sarcoplasmic artificial muscle growth. Get it, dude? Everybody is out there. You are trying to chase something that is extremely elusive. You are crazy to believe that those are real muscles. And even steroids, they can't bypass myonuclear domain size limit, okay? They don't control myostatin, follistatin. They don't control especially the satellite cell, because it's the satellite cell that has to donate its nuclei to support further muscle growth, like it says in myonuclear domain size limit.
You can only blast test and trend for so long before it's going to kill you. And so Dave Batista, he had to make a choice. Eventually, he had to come off. He may not admit to it, and so he may...
Can you imagine staying on a drug forever just to hold a bunch of fake muscles called sarcoplasmic, holding glycogen in your muscle, an energy source, holding it in there to pretend you have muscles, and then say, look, I'm strong because I injected liquid strength in me, plant strength, and then I can lift a heavy weight, a bunch of molecules. How stupid is that? You understand me how crazy that is?
You not say, I stopped taking this, swallowing that, injecting this. But there comes a time in your life that...
Or better yet, you enslave yourself to being good at lifting, so you start adapting to lifting heavy weights by getting these androgen receptors, molecules, they're binding to it and proliferating these motor units. And so now you got better at lifting weights, but you never built any muscle. You never built any muscle. And then you go, well, I got bigger though eventually because I started bulk dieting. I started carbing and bulk dieting. Carbs build muscles, bulk donuts build muscles. I didn't know that. I thought protein builds muscles, but guess what? None of you are just on protein trying to build muscles. Go ahead and try that. See what happens. Zero, nada, because you need more nuclei to support further muscle growth. And the satellite cell is beyond where it can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth, like it says in myonuclear domain.
You finally have to make the choice to go off, or it's going to kill you. Sooner or later, it's going to happen to The Rock. It'll happen to my...
I'm not saying you can't squeeze out a few more adaptations, providing you do things that you're unaccustomed to doing. Even as a trained athlete, you need to do things that you've never done before. An unaccustomed bout of exercise. Now, if you don't understand what that is, I can't explain it to you.
Hearn. But for now, Dave Batista, it's his turn, and this is the results.
Oh, Michael Hearn is next. Is that it? Well, now it's his turn. Yes, okay.
And so I'd love to say that Dave Batista's aging like fine wine, but it's more like a banana. He's ripe and he's getting old and he's got a lot of mold. He kind of looks like a strawberry that's been in the fridge for about a week past due. The guy's only 55. I was thinking he was...
Man, I'm 57 and I don't look, he looks so old because this is what lifting weights does to you. He looks like he's 90 years old, man. He looks so old, bro, because the steroids, the lifting weights, the lifting SLAYV stuff, man, it ages you, dude. Accelerated aging.
70. With the gray beard, the bald head, he looks ancient. I was asking Megstagram how...
Ancient. Look at Greg. He looks ancient too. Wait till Greg comes off the drugs, but will he ever do it? No, because he's a liar. He lies to everybody. He's always on steroids forever so that he can impress you because he needs to get more subs and subscribes and whatever.
How old do you think this guy is? She's like, probably 65. I'm thinking he looks 70. He's only 55. He's about the...
70? What are you talking about? You're being generous, man. He looks to me like he's 90. What are you talking about?
Same age as The Rock and Michael Hearn. Remember, this guy used to...
Michael Hearn is starting to come apart slowly, and so The Rock is really coming apart too. And this is what happens. Accelerated aging.
...be bigger than both of them. At his...
Are you curious about the infinite banking concept and how...
...was over 375 pounds.
He was over 375 pounds of glycogen, filled like bulk dieting. Protein, when you eat your natural food as a carnivore, meat doesn't make you like that, doesn't make you look like that at all whatsoever. You look muscular, slim and lean and fast. You don't look big and bulky and disabled.
He's been 325 pounds in movies, and as a wrestler, he was 290. Remember, guy's shredded, six-pack, largest man.
Unless he got a lot of adaptations, which he never shot for. He never shot for adaptations. What he did was he injected these drugs, and he created this artificially, get it, with drugs, artificial. But I love when people actually believe that steroids can build muscles when it's the nuclei that synthesize protein to build muscles, even though you have testosterone there. But if there's not enough nuclei, how can you synthesize more protein to further that domain? The cell has a domain limit. That cell can't keep getting bigger. And if it was to get bigger, and mutate and got bigger, you'd get weaker. Look, if a muscle cell mutates and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you get weaker. Get it? You don't get stronger. You get stronger when you get more cells, and then they get slightly bigger. They don't just keep getting bigger. They're not fat cells, dude. They have a domain limit.
In the room.
I dream about walking out and hearing my entrance music, but I know if I...
But I love where people actually believe that muscle cells can keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger forever. Oh, I took steroids and they just got bigger. They don't keep getting bigger. But the sarcoplasm can expand exponentially, massive. Holds a lot of glycogen in there. That's nasty to hold all that weight in there.
Do that, I will just tarnish my storybook ending, and I'm just not willing to do it.
Have you been really close to going back or being very tempted?
And so do you think it's tempting to go back on? To be the man, the myth, the legend that he once was? Of course it is.
To be the man, the legend, and what he was. Yeah, the steroids made him. He's just a regular dude walking down the street without steroids. He's nobody because he never built anything. He's an entertainer. But people don't understand the difference between entertainment and going to a gym thinking that they're going to look like these people, these fake people. You're crazy.
At any time, you can go back on the steroids, the test, trend, D-ball, you name it, and get more muscles than last time. And you've seen him in the Gardens of the Galaxy. He was literally a monster, had so much muscle. Is there temptation for him to go back on cycle and to look like that man yet again? Of course it is. And when you walk into a room, any room, I don't care if it's the freaking bathroom, you walk into the crowd goes crazy.
Yeah.
They look at you. Look at that man. 6'3", 290 pounds of muscle. And so when you go off the steroids and you lose all that muscle, you're not the same. Drax was
He never built any muscle, because if he built muscle and went off the drug, then the muscle would be there. Think about it. A muscle, what's a muscle? Made out of protein, right? It's solid. It's solid. It's made out of protein. So if it was actually he actually made muscle, it would be there, wouldn't it? So where is it? Because there was no muscle there. Sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is not muscles, man. Get it? It's not muscle. It's fluid in the muscle. It's artificial muscle growth. That's what these people are getting.
An animal, a mammoth, huge. How do you think he got that role as an actor? Do you think they would have
He got it by injecting these drugs and creating that artificial look. That's the whole point. That made him popular.
asked him has Drax in his current state?
Why do you think all these people online, they're all gaga over these fake people, cosmetics and everything? You understand me, man?
After he went off steroids?
The true elite people that are out there, there's probably like 10% out there that are elite. Like they have really good genetics. They're tall and they just have symmetrical masculine faces and great bodies. There's just very few people. Do you think Greg is one of those people? Come on, man. If I woke up looking like Greg, I'd be pissed, bro, man.
Right? Of course.
Just like Toby said.
It's not. And so why do you think The Rock, Michael Hearn, and so on, why do you think they can't go off?
There's always temptation because I miss it, and every time I hear my...
Why can't they go off? Because they'd lose their popularity. They'd be nobody, and nobody would watch them if they went off. That's why. That's why. They're entertained by them.
Music, I want that feeling again. It's like a drug.
He wants that feeling again. It's like a drug. Well...
It's like a drug? It is a drug. He took a drug. What are you talking about, man?
Guess what? Steroids, in fact, are drugs.
They are drugs.
And once you take them and you decide to go off, you're going to miss it in the same way that he misses being a wrestler. And he misses his former physique.
No, what he misses is he misses the glory of it, being on it and all the people, yada, drooling over him and shit.
But all good things, they come to an end. And so, of course, he misses it. Of course, he wants to go back on. Of course, he wants to be 290 pounds shredded forever. But he had to stop. He can't keep abusing his body. Dave Batista's jaw-dropping transformation took everyone by surprise at the world premiere of Gia Coppola's The Last Showgirl. Has Bro been hanging out with Nikocado Avocado? Are they on the same diet?
Always 2 steps ahead.
It appears as if he's lost all his muscle. And what's with the fashion?
Yes, he lost all the artificial sarcoplasmic hypertrophy gains. Yes, Greg, we know that. Why don't you just tell the truth to your audience? Why do you keep lying to them? Nobody can build muscle. That's why you have to sell them terkesterons and shermesterons and crutesterons and cooties and fufus and bubblegum and everything. And I don't know, creatines and all this to build these phony muscles. Get it? Because people aren't building real muscles. He wants you to build phony muscles. Yes.
Is he in fact dyeing his hair green, wearing the Gucci sunglasses? Is bro Karl Lagerfeld in disguise? What is going on?
What part do people not understand there? That muscle has a myonuclear domain limit, bro. Get it? Let's go here. Hold on a second.
According to Singapore Medical Journal, while most studies do not investigate muscle functional performance, we showed that muscle force is maintained with a slight expansion of MND size in type 2 fibers. We also proposed an MND ceiling size of approximately 31,000 cubed, which reflects the maximal transcriptional capacity of myonuclei.
And what do myonuclei do? They synthesize protein to support further muscle growth. It's in this section right here, myonuclear domain size. Scroll down. MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by the satellite cell to do what? To support further muscle growth. Aw. Man, what can you do there, broski? So, the second option is, this is the second option for all of you. Hold on.
According to Body Transform Nutraceuticals, essentially, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy is a kind of artificial muscle growth. You're training the muscle for no other reason than to increase its size visually by increasing the amount of fluid it can hold, but you're not increasing the density of the muscle's fibers.
That's right. So, so in this map, in nuclei overload, they show you what this myonuclear domain limit is. So here it is, nuclei acquired by overload exercise. Here's the limit. It's in this map right here. There's that limit when you first come in the gym. Untrained, like it says there, untrained first training, satellite cell fusion, then hypertrophy. And notice on detraining, retraining, there's no more. You're not getting any more of them. When you even when you atrophy, let's say you atrophy and you come back, there's no more. There's no more. Why? Why isn't there any more? How do you further that domain? See what I mean? It's complicated. It's based on an adaptation process, but the muscles, when they do repair and remodel stronger, they're they're resilient for further results or assaults to get damaged. The process of adaptation is to protect you from any more muscle damage. And if it's protected from any more muscle damage, then there's no more growth in muscle growth. Get it? Without damage, because the muscles have to be damaged for the satellite cell to donate its nuclei. Get it? Like it says here. Here's what they explain to you. Previously untrained muscles acquire newly formed nuclei by fusion of satellite cells preceding the hypertrophy. Notice they say that previously untrained muscles acquire newly formed nuclei. They don't say trained muscles. They say untrained muscles. Get it? What's a unique feature of trained muscles? What's a unique feature of it? What's a unique feature, broski?
According to NCBI, a unique feature of eccentric exercise is that untrained subjects become stiff and sore the day afterwards because of damage to muscle fibers.
Yeah, they never say trained muscles. Get it, bro? Trained muscles, they don't get damaged because they're protected by, especially by repeated bout effect. This is another one.
According to PubMed, the repeated bout effect in eccentric biased exercises is a well-known phenomenon, wherein a second bout of exercise results in attenuated strength loss and soreness compared to the first bout.
Yeah.
According to PubMed, the repeated bout effect refers to the adaptation whereby a single bout of eccentric exercise protects against muscle damage from subsequent eccentric bouts.
That's why you're never building any muscles. Get it, broski? And that guy has no muscles. And he never did, and neither does Greg. That's why he has to keep taking drugs.
On right now. He's more fashionable than last time, but does appear to have lost all his muscle. But did he? And so with the sunken in, hollowed out cheeks, you've got to be thinking, is he in fact sick? What exactly has gone wrong? I mean, this transformation, perhaps not as shocking as Nikocado Avocado, but it's certain.
Did he get sick? What is Greg trying to explain? What's Greg trying to tell you? That your body can actually build that amount of muscle? No, it's regulated by follistatin, myostatin, and the satellite cell and a bunch of things. It's not going to build you any real muscles. You have to get an adaptation to build muscles. And it's extremely astronomically hard, even on steroids. Steroids do not build muscles. That's what scientists are trying to tell you. Steroids do not build muscles, bro. Fucking nuclei do, dude, and protein.
A shocking transformation to anyone that's a fan of muscle. From action fit.
Did you fucking read what I just wrote to you? It says it's beyond where it could donate any more extra nuclei to support what? Further muscle fucking growth, dude.
Films to art house films. How is this impressive? Dude lost 40 pounds of muscle and we are calling it healthy.
Tired of spending money on disposable life.
He didn't lose 40 pounds of muscle. He lost 40 pounds of sarcoplasmic fluid.
I think it's healthy. When you lose 40 pounds of muscle because you stop taking performance.
Again, he didn't lose 40 pounds of muscle. He lost 40 pounds of sarcoplasmic fluid.
Enhancing drugs, I personally believe that is in fact healthy. That is what's.
Yes, that's what they are. Enhanced performing drugs. They enhance your performance because they're molecules. So they bind to the myocytic androgen receptor, giving you that force production. Man, Christ. but they don't control the mass of the limb muscles. Look, this is what steroids do, okay? So the myocytic androgen receptor controls that strength, get it? So when you inject these molecules, they bind with the androgen receptor, giving you that maximum force production. But it does not, it controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. So what controls the mass of the limb muscles? The fucking nuclei, guy. They control the mass of the limb muscles, like you saw in that map. That's what they fucking do. This controls maximum force production, like it says there down there, okay? So I don't know what he's talking about. That's enhanced performing drugs. They do not control the mass of the limb muscles. They control that enhanced performance.
Cycling off steroids look like, by the way? What's impressive about losing muscle? Well, it's not the fact that he lost 40 pounds of muscle, but that he has the mental fortitude to stop abusing steroids, to give up all that size, and to be happy about it. What's up with the pearl necklaces? He looks unhealthy at that weight. He's 240 pounds, 6'3", and 240. And so for 99% of you out there, if you used and abused steroids and trained your entire life, you're not going to be as big as he is right now.
Yes, you are. Yes, you will. If you abuse steroids like they did, I don't know why he keeps saying abuse. They just injected steroids. And then they got really big like that lifting. You will too. Because that's what steroids do. They're cosmetics. So when you inject them and you lift, you get the same look. Get it? You're not going to look identical to him because you're not his fucking twin, but you're going to get the same results.
And so, yeah, it's fun. Let's make fun of him. And I did, in fact, clickbait this video.
What is this make fun of him stuff? Bro, he never built any muscle. Steroids did not build muscles, okay? He just went back to normal. It's a cosmetic fucking look. It's fake.
But Dave Batista is still jacked. He's still a mountain of a man, 6'3" and 240. Eventually, these superstars, these heroes, they're going to have to come off. Eventually, they're going to have to stop abusing their bodies. The HIV! Guys, it's not HIV! HIV? The HIV? You've never talked to it like that? Oh my God, 20 years ago, we used to always say the HIV.
Oh, wow.
Get the HIV. Any kind of sex jokes, and like, oh, careful of that person, you get to get the HIV. That's what we always said. The HIV. She's so young, she'd never heard of the HIV.
It sounds uneducated. The hives? It sounds like the hives. Like,
It's giving boomer vibes.
me or you?
Me, that I know it and you don't. It's giving Gen Z. Impressive. Why do all strong men look like old ladies? He kind of looks gayer. Moment of silence for lost gains. This is what happens when you get off gear. 90% of Hollywood is on steroids and lying about being natural. Exactly. Not impressive. More like the life has been sucked out of him. He might be suffering from type A diabetes. What the f*** is type A diabetes?
Wow, people are really dumb out there, aren't they?
What's that? Dave used to look like one of my uncles. Now he looks like my aunt. Guys, from what? Male to female? Not really impressive, more concerning. Dude looks like Jeff Goldblum's barber. He just got off steroids. Needs to get back on TRT. Here's the thing. I personally believe he's still using TRT.
Needs to get back on cosmetics because he's a small, ugly little man. Okay.
But that he's not blasting. And so I just went through a couple of comments. Most of these are hate and bullying. And so imagine the pressure when you're a famous movie star, or any athlete for that matter, and you're on steroids and then having to come off. Dave Batista was 290 pounds of muscle his whole life. He's now 55, he looks 70, and he's lost a significant portion of that muscle because he's decided, I care about my health. I don't want to abuse steroids anymore, and he decided to come off. And upon doing so, every second comment is making fun of him. And so imagine if The Rock were to do the same thing. The Rock goes natural, loses 50 or perhaps 100 pounds of muscle, comes back a svelte 180. What would you all say? The Rock is a pebble. The Rock ain't hard no more. The Rock is soft. Imagine how hard it is to go off. Even for myself, been on TRT for 5 years, cycled off. Imagine how much harder it is to lose all that muscle. Now I'm a competitive cyclist. Wow, steroids take its toll at a certain age. Dude is changing into a cupcake. Bro became barista. Like the coffee maker, barista? Dave Batista, now barista. Barista. Why Dave got a pearl necklace? Pearl necklace ain't it. It's giving gay vibes.
There's a lot
Not
of
that
it.
there's anything wrong with that, but it's giving gay vibes.
For me, I think he's wearing too many.
It's too much. Too many too much pearls.
Maybe only one would be. I mean,
Do what you want, but
Who
it's not
dresses him?
masculine. He came out flexing. He was Dave Batista, body slamming, throwing guys in the ring, wrestling around all oil. Spent his life dressed up, oiled up, before GTA 6, I might add, with other men. And so perhaps now that's his thing. There's nothing wrong with that. If he wants to come out of the closet harder than last time, or perhaps softer than last time, it's his own prerogative. And I'm all for it. Fans are worried about Dave Batista's muscle loss.
But seeing him in recent interviews, fans noticed he had lost a lot of weight.
6, 7 months ago, I completely cut meat out of my diet and went just predominantly plant-based.
And so by meat, he means steroids. Let's just...
Oh my God, I love this one. I cut out meat and I went vegan. What? I went plant-based. I cut out meat. He's making that shit up, bro. To ease the pain for people. Fake, man.
Speak about the elephant in the room. You really think he lost all that muscle by cutting out meat from his diet? Oh, I went
He lost it all because he peed it all out. That's why, because it was fake.
vegan. And so I lost all my vegan gains. Remember that guy, Vegan Gains?
Now at 55 years old,
Yeah, I remember that guy. You shouldn't even brought him up. Vegan SLAYV. Yes, I remember him.
Dave's priorities are based around health and longevity, revising his diet and swapping weight training for more cardio.
And by revising diet, I think we're talking about the Trenbolone sandwiches. He's no longer consuming Trenbolone sandwiches. He now cares about his health. Well, better late than never. He promotes cardio and he's probably only on HRT. Same as Coach Greg. Remember, I've used steroids for 10 years. Dave Batista, perhaps for a lot longer. This can take years off of his life. And so he can't be the 290-pound wrestler playing Drax forever.
Stay young and healthy and rejuvenated.
He also takes his acting career extremely seriously, believing that a smaller frame might give him more opportunities.
I believe it's going to give him less. Think of it. What were his acting roles? Playing the...
Yeah, he thinks a slimmer one. Maybe it'll give him. Maybe they'll put him in. I don't know. They'll put him in some roles with something. Who knows?
larger-than-life character.
Yeah.
Character. He was playing Drax, he was playing bodyguards, he was playing assassins, killers, and so on. The larger-than-life characters, the kind of role that Arnold Schwarzenegger would have taken. And so do you really think that he needed to downsize in order to have an acting career? How'd that work for Arnold? And so the reality is this. Not even Arnold could look like Arnold forever. Have you seen Arnold right now versus Arnold back then? There's a big difference.
But if he only had one fitness goal, it would be...
Keep my abs.
He may have lost all of that muscle, but remember, he's kept his abs. He's doing his cardio, he's eating healthy, and I'm all for it. I'm happy to see him lose the weight. I think it takes a lot more courage to lose all that muscle and dress up with those glasses and pearls and so on and demonstrate to the world that you don't give two shits. To me, that's alpha. To me,
Are you a debtor, saver, or well?
even though he appears to be very feminine, it's very
Greg I love this. Oh, he appears to be alpha, but it appears to be feminine.
alpha, very masculine. He's not bowing down to the
It's feminine, but it's not bowing down to masculine, but he's alpha. Okay, I don't know too many alphas that are feminine. Okay, whatever, dude.
He's representing himself, acting the way he wants to be.
I'm getting super trim. This is probably the lightest I've been since I was 19 years old.
What was the biggest you were at like Deacon Batista, Leviathan? What was the absolute biggest?
The heaviest I've ever been was...
I guess he took a note from Kevin Leroney that the muscles are fake, because every time Kevin Leroney went off the steroids, he went back to looking like Batista, and then he would go back to competition, take steroids, and blow up again, because they're fake. It's cosmetic. It's fake.
370 pounds. When I started Deacon, I was about 325 pounds.
Man.
And throughout most of my wrestling career, I was about 290 pounds.
What are you now?
Now I'm about 240 pounds.
And so despite the fact people saying, oh, he's lost all his muscle, he's shriveled up. Looks like he's got the
Man, he don't look like 240 to me, man. He looks like really skinny.
If
okay.
he's still 240 pounds. Now, formerly he was 370, but remember, you can't undo all of the damages that abusing steroids for that long is going to do. But what you can do is limit the damages. And so what he's decided...
I think he's still on TRT, man. He's like on some low, really low dosages just to even hold that weight. What he says 240, but I doubt it, but even to hold that weight.
To do is clearly he's not abusing performance enhancing drugs. He's eating healthier, he's staying lean, he's doing cardio.
How do you know he's not abusing or whatever? How do you know these things, Greg? What do you know? Oh, he's doing cardio, he's doing this. How do you know he's doing those things? Where are they? Where are they? How do you know that? Greg's making this up.
And so, great job, Bautista. And unlike Nikocado Avocado, he's not bragging about it. He's not saying, I'm better than you because I did all this. He realizes that you can't abuse steroids forever. There comes a time in your life where you have to make the conscious choice to be healthy.
I know, you shouldn't abuse steroids, man. You should buy Greg's estrogenic cookbook so you can be in a very high estrogen deficit, and buy his Turkesterone so you can build some phony fake muscles, and his powders and creatines and all that. Sure, yeah.
That is done in spades.
Wow, well done.
And I went just a year and a half ago for a knock at the cabin. I went up to 315 pounds.
What do you want to get?
And that's when the nightmare started. Like getting that weight off has been a challenge.
Yeah.
And so he got up to 3.
I love this. Getting that weight off was a challenge. What do you mean? Just stop taking the steroids and it pees all out.
315 pounds a year and a half ago, and since that time, he's lost 75 pounds. He explains it was a nightmare, very difficult to lose that weight, and so please don't gain it.
That's such a lie, man. It was hard to get rid of it because he was fat, because that's what steroids do. They make you fat.
In the first place, don't be like Nikocado. Don't gain 250 pounds.
Especially eating artificial food. Think about it. You're injecting artificial molecules in your body, and then you're eating artificial food. What's it going to create? Artificial muscles. You know that real food is not gonna you injecting something artificial molecules in your body and eating something real, like real food called meat, animal products, and you trying to build muscles to eating animal products and injecting this fake molecules. You're not going to build real muscles. But if you eat artificial food like carbohydrates and you inject it, you'll build these fake muscles. Yeah, glycogen muscles, these sarcoplasmic muscles. Boy, fucking real food is not going to do that. You know, that just because you injected some enhanced performing drugs, they're enhanced performing. They're not muscle building. They're enhanced performing.
And then lose it, because oftentimes
you just think you built muscles because you blew up in energy because they enhance your performance. So enhancing your performance, they're drawing more energy into the muscle called glycogen, and it gives you that look.
People gain the weight thinking, oh, I'll bulk and cut, but later they just...
See, listen to the word bulk. Does that sound like in science it tells you protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown to see that mass on that myofibrillar? Huh.
Can't lose it, and they stay obese for the rest of their lives.
You got to eat a lot of fun food, I'm sure.
Yeah. But now I'm really particular about my diet.
And so they eat SLAYV food. They eat SLAYV food and they blow up. Fake food.
Now he's lean and mean. He eats a special diet. He's trying to keep his six-pack, doing cardio.
Yeah. What's his special diet exactly?
And living a healthy lifestyle for as long as humanly possible. Looking to stay...
What's living a healthy lifestyle, Greg? What is that to you?
Leaner than last time. Consider taking GO2 Max and or...
See, take GO2 Max or Turk Builder. You're going to build these... These are the magic pills. They're going to magically bypass bionuclear domain size limit. They're going to build you muscles, bro. Get it?
Turk Builder for improved cardio, energy, and so on. And remember, we have a money-back guarantee, and so use it.
Well, you have a money-back guarantee. Okay, so if you don't build any muscles, I want my money back because they didn't build me any muscles, bro.
At no risk. Head to the website, code Greg, 15% off. And remember, we have third-party
Of course, 15% off, bro.
Testing to prove it is exactly what we're saying.
Oh, yes, testing to prove, but they just came out with a test that it was no good. It was fake.
Use with no risk to you, and if you're not happy, of course you have a money-back guarantee. Subscribe.
Look at Ted. Look at look at Greg, man, piling down the pills, the fake pills, and screaming, "Yay!" You think that's what's building this body, or keeping this fake look of his? You think that's what's retaining his physique, eating these fake pills? Come on, man.
Click the bell button
You really have to be out to lunch.
and comment to boost the algorithm. Please like this video.
See, comment, boost the algorithm, make him rich because he provides quality information that you're building muscles. Steroids build muscles, and these turkesterons and everything. Get it? He and his book there. Eating an artificial diet is going to build you muscles, bro. Get it? Yeah, man.
Well, if you liked it, watch one of those two bloops, the cookbooks, the training books, the Circle Diet book. You can get all this on my website. Code Greg.
Yes, the cookbooks, the entertainment books. I would call these entertainment books. I would never use them because they don't build muscles. They don't do anything. They don't do anything but take your money. They just steal your money and give you nothing in return. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. You're all going to look like Batista in the end. See you later, man.